This video is meant to be a reminder for myself first, before anyone else. As a Muslim, I need to pray at least 5 times a day, but this can be a burden, especially in a place where the only reminder I have is my phone. So I ask myself, do I really need to pray 5 times a day? What if I miss some of my prayers because of a busy schedule or because of work, school, or family? These questions are really worth reflecting on, because most of us think that people that pray 5 times a day are religious. But praying 5 times a day doesn't make you religious, it makes you Muslim. And as our Prophet ﷺ taught us that the first thing that you will be asked on the day of judgment is your prayer. If it is good, then everything else is good. But if it is lacking in any way, then there is a problem. So think of your prayers as more like a prerequisite for having everything else on the day of Qiyamah being good for you. So as long as your prayer is good. As young people, we often convince ourselves that we will start praying when we are older. I will pray when I'm old. I will start to fast when I'm older. I will start to do this and this and this when I'm old. But here is the problem with that mentality. No one can guarantee if you will witness tomorrow, and no one can guarantee if your health will be intact for you to be able to worship like you want to. And it is when you are younger, it is when you are in your youth that you can stand for long hours of prayer. It is when you can, it is when your bones are strong and you can worship like you want to. Unlike when you're old, then your muscles start to weaken and your bones are weaker and you cannot even stand for long to pray. Another problem with us as young people is that we are too busy chasing the worldly things. We are too busy with work, we are too busy with school, we are too busy in our relationships, that we forget that the most important relationship we have is the one we have with Allah, the one we have with God. And your Salah is your communication, is your appointment with God. And it should be the most important appointment that you have in that day. So when you are scheduling your day, schedule everything else around your Salah. And I will show you how you do that. I learned this analogy from Ustad Noman Ali Khan, and it really stayed with me. And the whole idea is that when you are building a home or you're building a house, you don't start building the walls or the floor or even the roof. You start by building the foundations of the home. You start by building the pillars upon which the house is going to be built. And when you do this, the house is stronger and it can even stay with you longer. And that is how your Salah is supposed to be. Your Salah is supposed to be the foundation upon which everything else is scheduled around. Your Salah should be the pillars of your day. And then you can schedule everything else around this, such as your classes, your school, workshops, meeting up with a friend, anything that you have to do in a day. Schedule those things around your Salah, and you will see very big changes in your life and in your day-to-day activities. I know this idea is easier said than done, because sometimes things are out of your control. Sometimes you have work, you have classes, and you have things that are not just under your control, exams, things like that. But the idea is that Allah doesn't want us to be perfect. He wants us to be striving and to be the best that we can be. The idea here is for you to try your best, and be sincere in your relationship with Allah. Be sincere with you in your communication with Him, and make your Salah a priority, and Allah will make a way out for you in all of your affairs. And if you are falling short in making Salah a priority, if you're falling short in making your prayers an important part of your day, start by using this video as a point of reflection and as a turning point to really sit back and reflect on your priorities and the things that are important to you. Every Salah that you do will not take more than 10 minutes. Let's say every Salah takes you 5 minutes and you have 5 Salah in a day. That is like 25 minutes out of 24 hours that you have in your day. And this is your communication with God. This should be the most important part of your day. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you find this video helpful in any way, kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And consider sharing this video to your friends and families. And may Allah help us all.